Hello and welcome back to CSBC Life, where we engage with our community through celebration, education, mindfulness, and fun. If there's something you'd like to share or something you'd like to learn or that you're curious about, you can reach out and we will do our best to include your topics in the upcoming episodes. If you'd like to contribute any videos or audio clips, you can email mbazil@congdonstreet.org or leave a comment on this video and we'll reach out to you. So with the weather turning and spring being just around the corner, I figured now was as good a time as any to choose a meditation that's based on being outdoors, so you can replay this meditation on a day where it's comfortable for you to be outside. Alright, so we'll begin in a few seconds. Alright, so sit or stand with your back against a tree. If you feel safe doing so, close your eyes as well. Feel the tree trunk against your body and consider how the tree is simply being. It's not trying or striving or judging, but it's still an alive, peaceful presence. And let that presence, that support, prop you up. There's nothing for you to do right now either. Feel the weight of your body on the earth, the sense of your feet or legs on the ground, and consider the live beings beneath you, the microscopic, unseen, underground, the macroscopic, above ground, all of the things created to support and sustain everything around you and you yourself. Take a moment and thank God for all of these creations and for allowing you to share their space and for them to share your space. Feel the presence of the ground holding you up and notice the support it gives without asking for anything in return. And feel the live energy of the earth and the surroundings. Notice if allowing yourself to be still is bringing any emotions to the surface. If it is, allow these emotions to be there with you. When we take the time to be present, it's normal to notice emotions, especially uncomfortable ones when they arise. Our emotions are such a large part of what makes us human, and we should take the time to acknowledge them regularly. So let's take a moment to do that. Now notice the temperature of the air against your skin. Tune into the sensations of your body, feeling that temperature, and if there's a breeze, the sensation of that breeze against your skin. Take a few deep breaths and offer gratitude for the free, fresh air going into your lungs. Feel your lungs expanding and contracting and the sensation of the air nourishing you, helping to keep you alive, and reflect on how that air is feeding your body, your blood, your cells, and how it's supporting your heart and other organs, your brain and your skin, and everything else. Next, feel your tongue in your mouth and notice where it's sitting, what it's touching. Allow yourself to taste whatever's in the air, even if that taste is nothing. And what does nothing taste like? Are there any other physical sensations on your skin? Any heat or coolness? If there's sunlight, notice the feeling of that warmth. Feel the fabric of your clothes against your body. Tune into any sounds happening around you. If there's bird song, see if you can notice the different types. If there are leaves rustling, notice that sound for a while. And allow the sounds around you to wash through you. Are there sounds you hadn't noticed before? Are more emotions arising from being present and tuning in? Allow them to be here with you. Use the sounds around you to become aware of all the life existing around you. And again, if there are any emotions arising, wanted or unwanted, see if you can allow them to share the space. They are energy, alive like the rest of you, asking simply to be allowed to exist. And we, as humans, acknowledge that. And if your eyes have been closed, just open them. And what do you see in front of you? Take note. Take in the textures of the trees, of the ground, the variation of colors in the sky, on the ground, in the background around you. The different shades of green, of black, of brown, of gray, or of any other color that you might see. The shapes of branches or other flora, the natural movement of life. And offer some gratitude to God and to your surroundings for sharing their space with you and for supporting all of life, including you. You are a living being. You're alive and awake right now. You're a sentient being, and there will never be another now, and there will never be another you. Hi, so we had a meditation that took a look at observing nature, appreciating nature, being present in and with nature. And for me, springtime, as we get closer to it, as we get ready to set the clocks ahead an hour, gain an extra hour of daylight at the expense of 1 hour of sleep, but still an hour of daylight. For me, springtime is all about getting back outdoors and enjoying the sun, the warm weather, the scenery, the smells of the good smelling trees, and the flowers that bloom. And what does springtime mean to you? What do you enjoy about it? What are some of your favorite activities, either solo or to do with a friend or a family member or your entire family to partake in during the springtime? Just some things about spring that I really enjoy, and that, people I've talked to also really enjoy. You have moderate temperatures. Temperatures become more mild. The weather's about 60s or 70s, the high 50s. You can finally ditch the heavy winter layers and still be comfortable. There's more daylight. The days last longer and longer after the spring equinox. And you have more time in the sunshine to get things done. And those extra hours of sleep and those extra hours of sun that you get can be a major mood booster. And so, generally the longer the sun is up, studies have shown that the less mental distress people experience. Another thing about spring is that the birds return. Because so many animals migrate south during the winter to warmer climates and temperatures, they head north as temperatures rise in spring and summertime. So if you enjoy bird watching, now's the time to do it. From now until around through the end of June. We have a fair pick of birds to watch. And there are baby animals everywhere. So most animals reproduce in the springtime when temperatures are warmer and food is more plentiful. So, you can, if you're outside enjoying nature, take a look for baby bunnies, ducklings, chipmunks, baby geese, other adorable animals that are bound to come out during the springtime. And, being able to watch fluffy baby squirrels frolic outside your office window might make spring your most productive season of the year. Or not, you'll find out when you spend hours watching fluffy squirrels. You can go outside, temperature's not freezing, so the more time you spend outside, the more fresh air you can get. Maybe walk around a little bit, get some more exercise outside, and enjoy that. And studies also have shown that springtime makes people more creative, or it can make people more creative. The spring weather can be a mood booster, but also change the way that you think. And so they found that in this one study that the University of Michigan did, that being outdoors broadened people's minds, the participants' minds, leaving them more open to new information and forming creative thoughts. So if there's a creative project that you're working on, maybe an art piece or a song, or you're trying to figure out some code or something creative, this might be the perfect season for you to really dig in and explore that. Another thing about the springtime, the leaves come back. You have all the blossoming and the budding trees and flowers. You have all this green growth that comes back. And depending on where you live, trees have already started budding and blossoming. It's really easy to find fresh produce and vegetables during the springtime, or relatively easy. During the wintertime, it's not as easy, but the springtime, if you enjoy picking fruits. This is the perfect time. Well, not right now, but maybe in a month or so. It'll be the perfect time to go pick your favorite veggies or fruits from a small farm or an orchard. Yeah, and flowers are back in bloom. So flowers can make you happy, some studies have shown, or make you happy or brighten up the room and all of that. And you don't have to worry about dry air in the spring as much. So the flu season in the US typically lasts through the fall and winter, usually peaks between December and February, tapers off during the spring, and the seasonal changes in part due to dry air in the winter. Cold temperatures mean a drop in humidity generally, and indoor heating makes air drier. The lack of moisture in the air can dry out your skin and the nasal cavities, which leads to a greater risk of getting sick. Fresh air. So you can open up your windows during the springtime. The temperature makes it easier to get the fresh air that you want and that you need. That fresh air allows you to really ventilate the space. I know with COVID going on and all of that, ventilation has really been at the forefront of a lot of people's minds. And this is a great way, or a great time rather, to ventilate, the space in your home, your office, and other places that you go. And one, just get that fresh air circulating, but two, also help keep you healthier to get rid of pollutants and any microbes that might be floating around in the air. So what would you add to the list of things that make spring wonderful and great? Let me know in the comments below, and we'd love to hear from you. And that's it for this week's episode of CSBC Life. We hope you have a blessed rest of your week, and we can't wait to see you again in 2 weeks. And again, if you'd like to contribute, you can leave a comment on this video or email mbazil@congdonstreet.org. We'll see you next time. Have a blessed week.